Greetings all you maniacs of minds runner crimes, and welcome back to another Warframe weapons showcase. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Battacor, a really neat rifle that is not just neat, but is very, very strong, but a bit odd. Okay, so this is my normal build, your standard crit corrosive build. Now this thing has a lot of crit chance. I mean, 32% crit, 2.4% crit multi at base. Yeah, it's quite strong. This thing is very, very strong. But here's an odd thing. This thing innately comes with magnetic and puncture damage, which is fucking odd. That is a super strange ass combination. Magnetic really isn't the most useful thing ever. It does extra damage to shields. Whoop-de-doo. Who fucking cares? Now, there are some Rachnoids. Well, there's one Rachnoid down on Fortuna that has enormous shields and basically nothing else. So, yeah, that, but even then, it's just like, magnetic damage is just not that great. It just isn't. I do wish it was better. Anyway, this thing destroys enemy armor because of the build that I have on it. Puncture does extra damage to armor if you didn't know. Also, it says auto burst, meaning I'm just holding the trigger. So it's not, like any other burst rifle in the game. Also, this thing has an alt fire. Now, the alt fire does radiation damage mostly. And it does a lot of damage. So when you get 3 kills, you might have noticed some ticks. So you see on the reticle there, once I get 3 kills, I can charge up a very powerful Opticore-like shot that will pretty much end the existence of anything in front of it and around it, and maybe even behind you because it's fucking insane. Anyway, let's spawn in some Corrupted Heavy Gunners level 125. If you see crit ups, it's because I have Vigilante Armament and a Vigilante mod on Nezha, so don't worry about that. Anyway, let's see how fast it takes to chump through these dudes. Yeah. Doesn't care. What about the alt fire? Basically, I halved most of their health. Like, the first, 3 guys, half health. Yep. Then I can just do that. You can also charge it with 1 or 2, but you should wait till 3 and just nuke the living shit out of everything. So that's how it performs with a basic pitch corrosive build. Now, you might be thinking, holy shit, that crit chance and crit multi are fucking juicy. Hunt your munitions and viral now, or you are a scrub. You don't deserve to use this weapon. Fuck off. Here, okay, you happy? You happy? Now, I am not a big fan of Hunter Mumu. I really am not. It does not perform very well. I don't care what people say. It is really unreliable for me. Maybe it's just because my luck is shit. But also, I'm losing a lot of damage because I have to sacrifice something. I'm not sacrificing Prime Shred or Normal Shred for that matter. I cannot get rid of the dual stats. I cannot get rid of crit chance or crit multi. I cannot get rid of base damage. So the only thing I can actually get rid of Vigilante Armaments. But it's like, sure, I am still going to be getting crit ups from the Vigilante mod here. But still, I also don't like viral because it can slip off the target. Corrosive doesn't. But does this build work? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Holy crap, this is so much better. Technically, yeah. But here's the thing. It's better for higher level enemies. But when are you going to see these guys? Now, if Hunter Munitions and Viral proc at the same time with the alt fire, oh yeah, that's good eating. But if not, nah. These bleeds are very strong. I'm not denying that. They are very, very potent. But to me, it just isn't reliable. But against Corpus, against, I don't know, arbitration level enemies, yeah, this isn't a bad option, especially if you're going against, let's say, again, like the Corpus If you're in a full party of corrosive projections, obviously you're going to take this other than the corrosive build, because corrosive build you're going to be losing damage, which sounds odd, right? But corrosive, it strips armor, right? Does more damage with less armor. But when there's no armor, it loses its 75% damage buff. So there's that. With that being said, how else could I build this to kill Corpus? Well, you just put gas onto it. Now, if I had Argon Scope and bladed rounds, could I go completely just pure bleed, forget the viral? Sure, but I wouldn't recommend it. Also, yes, 4 Forma. And here is a sucky thing about this gun, about this weapon. This thing is fantastic. I really do enjoy it. But it is a bitch and a half to get your hands on. It's MR10. And you know what sucks ass in some... I can't check. I have to go to my fucking dojo to look at the recipe. I'll do that a bit later, after I go kind of ham with it. Now, before I go ham with it, what Rivens would I recommend? If you're into Rivens, which I definitely am not. Well, base damage? Sure. Also, if you're wondering, what about heavy caliber? No. No, don't. Just don't. Okay? Don't. You want this thing to turn into a shotgun? I don't think you do. Now, is it going to affect the charge shot? Probably not, but yeah, no. Also, you're going to have to get rid of something here, and yeah, there's nothing worth getting rid of. Having punch through on this weapon makes charging its effect so much easier. Now, to be fair, the alt fire already has punch through, and you add more punch through onto that, it's insane. The normal amount of punch through you get on it is 2 meters. That's crazy. Anyway, let's go crazy. Let's get out the pleb build. Well, first off, let's go with the better build that I prefer. Gotta state that. And let's get out Mirage. Does Mirage have anything? Yeah, this is my Mirage build. Very basic, bitch. No, I'm not gonna sacrifice Power Drift. I was thinking about putting on Vigilante mod, but no. So, what's it do with Mirage? What do you... Well, I mean... What were you expecting? What were you expecting? This weapon is fucking powerful as all hell. Do I even need to demonstrate it with Harrow? I will. Enemy radar, that's fine. Let's turn on invincibility. Unpause the AI. Let's go. Alright, so after this, I will do a test of them at level 80 because I know this is a bit ridiculous. Time to exterminate. Not as much damage as Mirage, but that's whatever. Yeah, Mirage's buffs were just so much stronger than Harrow's. With that, let's load up level 80 enemies. Okay. So now, another thing you can do is get rid of Vigilante armaments and put another Forma in, or adjust something, and then put in Infected Clip or something. And technically, that would give you even more damage, but you know what? I'm not going to do that. I could, but I'm just not going to. So, that's the Battacor. Is Hunter Munitions required? No. No, it's not. Okay? If you, for some reason, like Hunter Munitions, if you put it on every single motherfucking thing with a bit of crit on it, I don't understand why. Because, sure, against level 125s, it's going to do more damage than a corrosive build. But listen to yourself. I build my weapon for level 150 plus. Where are the level 150 enemies? Oh, an hour into Mott survival or more? That's normal. That's a normal thing to do. Maybe for you it is. But for me, no. And if I'm doing an hour of survival, I'm sitting in the corner with a Vara with the Redeemer Prime with gas damage on it. And just abusing that shit. Yeah, that's how people go for hours and hours and hours. Every single one of them is the same. They're camping in the corner with either Zenistar or something like that, or other ways to cheese it, be an invisible frame like Loki or Octavia or Vara or what have you, and just camping in the corner and just waiting. No, that nah. So with everything I just said, is this weapon worth it? Yes, but let's quickly go to the dojo and see what you need to make this thing. And it's annoying as shit to make. Alright, so this is what you need. 10 Fieldron, 40 Tempa nodules, which aren't too hard to get. Heart noctule can be a bit annoying, but the real kicker is that goddamn Traumazin Introplasma. Is that what it's called? You can only get that from certain types of servofish. And yeah, it's not easy. This thing is not easy to make, but is it worth it? Yes. This weapon is fantastic. It is such a good weapon. I cannot stress that enough how good this thing is. So, if you can manage to build this thing, or you can just straight up buy it for plat out of the market if you are cheap like that. But it's definitely worth it. It's definitely a very, very good weapon. Is it like mind-blowingly powerful? Not really. Is it definitely a contender for one of the strongest weapons in the game in my mind? Yes. So thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Troby, we trust.